Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, and in this segment we're pleased to discuss an upcoming event that is the Cayman Alternative Investment Summit. I'm your host Sabrina Turner, and in studio to tell us more about it I'm pleased to be joined by Mr. Chris Duggan, Director of the Cayman Alternative Investment Summit. Again, the Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by GreenTurtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies. Mr. Duggan, welcome to your show.
Thank you. Good morning, Sabrina. I appreciate you having me. It's great to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you back, and time flies. Here we are again.
I know. I can't believe it. It's as I was just saying, I could do with another week.
Yeah, wishful thinking. But let's talk, and let's tell people about this upcoming event that's scheduled to take place the 6th to the 8th of February.
That's correct.
Yes, and but for those who may not be, let's bring them up to speed a little bit, and let's share some background information and an overview of the Cayman Alternative Investment Summit and how many years it's been in existence.
Sure. So this is our 6th year doing the Alternative Investment Summit. It brings together some of the leading thinkers and the experts in the industry to the Cayman Islands to really just to discuss, to debate all the issues that have been affecting the industry in the previous 12 months since our last conference. And also they look to the future to talk about what they think is going to be coming up in the next 12 months that could potentially impact the industry. And so it's very much a discussion forum. It's not a talking shop at all.
Right.
And we
thought-provoking.
It is, and we go to great lengths to ensure that it's not, you don't just come to the Cayman Islands for 2 days, talk about a few things in the industry and then leave, none the wiser. It's really to make some tangible decisions and people can take some things away, implement them in their respective organizations when they go back to actually make a difference in their organizations and in the industry.
Despite you asking or wishing that you had another week, I must go here. What does it take to plan and even organize an event such as this?
Yeah, I mean it's an enormous undertaking. We have about 80 speakers, so you can just think of the logistics of arranging for 80 speakers. The majority of who will be coming in from overseas. So I mean everything from developing an agenda to identifying speakers to sorting out the location, everything from the lanyards for your name tags all the way through to
the little details.
It is, and we have an amazing team within the DART group that put this on. We work very closely with our other sponsors. KPMG are one of our main partners. They do a huge amount of work for it as well. So it really is, although I'm here today talking about it as the director of the conference, it really is a huge team effort, not just from the main team at DART, but from all our sponsors as well and our speakers. We have an editorial board which is comprised of ourselves, but also past speakers of the event who live and work around the world and who are very close to the industry and who are able to identify key speakers within the industry that we can approach and they approach for us. So it really is a monumental team effort, and Thursday and Friday next week will be the culmination of that effort. But it's worth it. It's a great event.
Now, as you stated earlier, there are over 80 industry experts. But who would be the keynote? Who's the keynote speaker for this year's event?
Yeah, so we every year, obviously, it is an alternative investment summit, hedge funds. So we bring in the majority of our speakers are industry speakers, but we couldn't possibly just talk shop for 2 days, so we do bring in some non-industry speakers, and every year, as we know, we bring in a few celebrity speakers. So actually, just announced late last night in the newspaper this morning is our main speaker on Friday evening to close the conference will be the Oscar-winning actress Natalie Portman. So
nice.
Delighted to be welcoming Natalie to Cayman. She's staying for a few days, coming with her family, and.
Nice.
And we really one of the, aside from her being very current within her industry, one of the main parts of the conference this year is really to focus on women in industry, and the hedge fund industry typically is a very male dominated industry, and at the Cayman Alternative Investment Summit, we're doing our part to try and change that and really try and promote women in industry. So it's very appropriate that for the first time ever we have a female keynote speaker, and Natalie is perfectly positioned, given all her work in the community, to talk on that.
And as we are going with gender, we've always fought for equality, and more now you're seeing where women are stepping up and embracing opportunity, but also being accepted and respected.
Exactly.
And it comes from both sides.
Exactly.
So kudos to you.
And it is critical, and it's something that we're going to continue to develop as the conference moves forward.
Now, what key message would you like to relate to our listeners about Cayman Alternative Investment Summit?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it is an alternative investment summit. It's predominantly focused around the hedge fund industry, but what we're trying to do, and what we're doing even more of this year, is it's not just hedge funds. So I guess the key message is really you don't have to be in the hedge fund industry to get something out of this conference. We've got a reinsurance panel. We're focusing very heavily on family office, the development of family office industry within the Cayman Islands, because they're all intrinsically linked. I mean, it's hedge funds, but every facet of the financial services industry is represented at Cayman Alternative Investment Summit, and so I don't want the title of the conference or the fact that it's predominantly hedge fund to turn people off. You know, it's relevant for everyone. We have banks sponsoring. People in the trust business will be there. Obviously, hedge funds, reinsurance, family office, ultra high net worth individuals will be attending. So there's really something for everyone, and we go to great lengths to ensure that there really is something for everybody.
Now, looking back 5 years ago, and here we are today, going into a 6th year. Did you ever vision that it would explode into something this big?
You know what, Sabrina, I don't think so. And you know, as many people have, they go to conferences every year, and one of the key problems that we've seen with conferences over the years is you know, they become stale after a few years, and so we were thinking exactly, and so we're like, you know, we don't want that to happen to CAIS, and so every year we look at what we've done, what we could have done better. Obviously, there lots of positives, but we don't necessarily focus on the positives. We want to focus on what can be done better and keeping it fresh. And that's what we've done every year. We reinvent it. We have a different theme every year. We really try and keep it fresh and innovative and fun. And I think we've done a good job. And I think if the fact that we keep getting our sponsors back, we have a lot of repeat guests, is a testament to that. We're obviously doing something right. That speaks for
itself, yes.
I think it does, but we never get complacent. We want to ensure that it's continually refreshed and remains fresh and relevant. And what a lot of conferences do is they find speakers and develop an agenda around speakers, but we don't like to do that. We actually want to look at what's relevant in the industry, develop an agenda, and then find appropriate speakers to fit that agenda. And I think that's critical, and that's what's really helped us every year come up with a really compelling agenda, and this year is no different.
Now, the event takes place, as we stated, from February 6th to 8th at the Kimpton Seafire. Now, how can persons register? Is there still opportunities for persons to purchase ticket, buy a table? How does it work?
There are, yes. So we'll have registration open online between now and the event, and so our website is CAIS.ky, so CAIS.ky. There is a registration link on that website. Also, I mean, even on the day of the conference, anyone can come to our registration desk and register on the day. So we like to keep. There's fairly limited space available, but there is still space, and we like to keep it as accessible as we can for everyone, so that we'll never turn anyone away. We'll always have space for people.
Now, Chris, there's one thing about inviting and having international experts come to our shores to tell us and share and impart their knowledge, their projections. But let's talk about local speakers and dignitaries. Will they be a part of this summit, and who will they be? Absolutely.
I mean, the Cayman Islands, as you well know, has an incredible amount of expertise in the financial services industry. The Cayman Islands is the jurisdiction of choice for hedge fund registration. So as a jurisdiction, Cayman is one of the leading jurisdictions in the world for hedge funds. And as a result, we have some incredibly talented professionals working in the industry in Cayman. So there will be a number of speakers that will be based here in Cayman, as well as obviously a number from overseas. Certainly, government's going to be represented. I know the governor will be in attendance. The premier, a number of government will be coming, and that's important. Not only, I mean, I know that they want to come anyway, but it's important as a jurisdiction, as a leading jurisdiction in the industry, to show support from government. And the current government have been extremely supportive over the years of the Alternative Investment Summit, and I know again this year. They're very keen to be in attendance. And as a jurisdiction, that's so important to have a supportive government. So, yep, they will all be here, and we have a lot of local speakers represented.
Right. What about question and answer segment? That's always, I'm quite sure, sought after. Absolutely.
And most of our panels will have at least 5 minutes at the end for questions and answers. I mean, it would... Sometimes the panelists do go on a little longer than we asked them to, but you know what? They're such good speakers, we can't really complain. But one of the key, I guess, problems or challenges for us as organisers is to keep the conference on schedule.
Right.
But so where we can, we offer Q&A. But and you know, we've got such expert speakers. We want them to be able to answer additional questions rather than just speak on the panel. So yes, Q&A is an important and integral part of every panel.
We're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about where it can go, the importance of persons understanding how all of these, even though you may not necessarily be in hedge funds, it's open for everyone. We will recap the takeaways. What do you expect persons to take away? And is this an all-day event for this entire time? How does it work?
2 days. All
2
day
days.
Thursday, all day Friday.
All day Thursday and all day Friday. You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz right here on Radio Cayman, that is proudly sponsored by GreenTurtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies. We'll be right back after these few messages.
You may have heard of them by now. GreenTurtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs. Whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one, it's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, GreenTurtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. GreenTurtle.ky. They get there first.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, and keeping the spotlight on an upcoming event, Cayman Alternative Investment Summit 2019. Now, the Investment Summit is now in its 6th year and brings together leading thinkers and decision makers from different segments of the global alternative industry. The summit has quickly grown to become one of the most influential discussion forums within the alternative investment space. Since its inception, the main focus has been to convert challenges into opportunities and create business of enduring value. Panels of experts discuss and debate current issues in the industry, face and design responses that will take it to its next level of success. Here to tell us more of this upcoming summit is Mr. Chris Duggan, who's director of Cayman Alternative Summit. And, you know, I want to just get your take on it, Mr. Duggan. Some key components that must be in place for sustaining a vibrant global alternative investment industry. And in your opinion, why is the Cayman Islands an attractive destination for foreign investment?
Yeah, well,
understanding competition.
Absolutely, and obviously the Cayman Islands has been a leading financial services jurisdiction for many, many years, and that's as a result of successive generations of incredible financial service leaders.
But there's always somebody looking to get the spot and push you down.
And more now, as we've seen.
Compliance
and with European Union and various different lists, and we are under attack.
Yes, literally.
And it's something that we as a jurisdiction, we as an industry really need to focus on and ensure that we remain sort of ahead of the curve. And I think we're, as a jurisdiction, one of the most regulated jurisdictions in the world and one of the most transparent and compliant jurisdictions in the world, despite what you may hear and what one may read over in Europe. And we often think there are some sort of ulterior motives to some of these things that are passed down.
But yet we're still attracting.
We are, and that's certainly a testament to government and to the financial services professionals that are here, that are continuing to stay ahead of the curve. And as I alluded to earlier, when we developed the conference, we look at what's been impacting the industry for the previous 12 months, what we think is going to impact for the next 12 months. And we develop the agenda, we develop a theme around that, and that's really sort of in a nutshell will answer your question in terms of how are we going to remain relevant and what's important to sustain a vibrant industry. Our theme this year is it's tectonic shift, alternative investments in an age of innovation, and technology, innovation, digital disruption is really impacting financial services globally, and obviously the hedge fund alternative investment industry is no different.
Right.
And with fintech and blockchain, it's the world has changed in terms of financial services.
Pretty much by the second.
Well, exactly, and it continues to. And then when you look at on the flip side, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot as thinking about my opening remarks. You've got 2 years ago we were talking about, or much of the discussion on stage and in the news, we're talking about two main areas, those being at the time the recent election of Donald Trump and the decision by the UK electorate to exit the European Union. Last year, pretty much the same thing. This year, still talking about Donald Trump and Brexit. And when you think about it, in 2-3 years, not much has changed geopolitically. Human beings are still acting the same way. But when you look on the flip side, and this is the dichotomy, on the flip side, technology innovation is changing daily.
Yes.
And
so you're wondering.
Yeah, we're trying to, on the one hand, we're trying to adapt to constant change, while on the other hand, trying to adapt to never change, no change.
Yes.
And so it's how we...
It's funny that you looked at it that way, because now that you dissect it, humans aren't really changing, but yet technology is.
And humans have to change to keep up with technology, but we can't seem to get it right on the geopolitical side. And that's what that's what we're focusing on the conference. And in order for the industry to remain vibrant, the industry as a whole needs to be able to adapt to both this rapid change, but also this stagnation.
Very interesting.
So it is. It's going to be an interesting series of discussions, I think, next week.
Now, where is the investment industry presently, and where is it projected to? What is it projected to be like, in your opinion, in the near future? Because we always want to know what brace for impact, or can I exhale? We know persons have been hit by skyrocketing interest rates. They're finding that you have to tighten up your straps and make a $10 look like a 25. But we all would like to know, is there going to be a break? Is there going to be an ease? We hear so much about the real estate market, and it's not affordable or even accessible to everyone. Is that fair? Something has to give at some point. What will it take?
I know, I agree, and I wish I was in a position to have all the answers for you. But
thought-provoking.
I know the industry for a couple of years really has been at a bit of a crossroads.
Yes.
There's been. There have been a number of managers that haven't necessarily had good years in the last few years, and certainly a lot in the industry reflecting and where are we
go
going?
wrong?
Where is the industry?
How do we get here?
Are they going to be new and innovative products that are going to continue to impact our industry? And that's again things that we will continue to talk about. So I think at to a large extent, still at a bit of an inflection point. There's a lot of talk about, a recession in the US is inevitable. The $1 million question is, when? Is it short, medium, or long term? And
how will that affect the trickle down? And then you're dealing with technology. If
Exactly.
that's moving faster than you and I, then are we going to be equipped and ready for the next big tech?
Exactly. And then you've got the political side. I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen.
I've been avoiding that, eh?
And no idea what Trump, Putin, North Korea is going to do, and you just with one decision it could change the world.
He's looking for what? So it could get warmer? Global warming. He's looking for global warming so it can warm up.
Right.
We're not going to go there, Mr. Duggan.
We're not. No. That's another discussion on another day. But I could bring in 3 of our speakers from next week, and all 3 would have different opinions in terms of what's going to be happening, what's happening with interest rates, what's happening with the recession. Is it coming? When's it coming? And it's going to be interesting to hear all these takes. Blockchain last year was a huge topic, and
cryptocurrency.
We had one of our speakers that was all in on blockchain, on crypto and Bitcoin. And I mean, if you look at the volatility, I mean, if you bought it last year when he suggested, and today you wouldn't want to be speaking to him today. But so it's such an unpredictable world right now in so many ways, both in terms of the geopolitics, but also in terms of technology. We don't know what the next big invention is going to be.
Right.
I mean, you look at something that's impacted, everyone's child. I think this what's it called, the Fortnite.
Yeah, this game.
It's taken over
Fortnite.
the world. I mean, they've made
hundreds
of millions.
This,
but that's impacted a lot of children, but also by extension, it's changed the way people live. And I mean, it's remarkable how technology, innovation, digitization is really
changing us as human beings.
Absolutely, and so much happened last year that this time last year, no one at the conference could have predicted.
Exactly?
And that's sort of the beauty of it, while at the same time it's the uncertainty. But
this is why people have to actually go online, register, give your office a call. Can you share the contact details as to how persons can get registered?
Yeah, so again, on our website, www.CAIS.ky, there is a registration link on that, so you can register online. You can come to the Kimpton on the day of the conference next Thursday or Wednesday evening. The registration desk opens. You can come register then, or you can call us anytime at the DART office. Just ask to speak to me or one of the CAIS team. If you have questions, you don't know whether you want to register, ask us any questions in terms of to find out, is this right for you? But really, there's something for everyone.
Right.
Whether you're in the financial services industry or if you're just interested in what's going to be happening in this crazy world in the next 12 months from an innovation standpoint.
It's all about data, statistics, compiling it, and all of these brain persons, getting all of these views and ideas on one open forum. But over the past years, there have been some predictions that have actually come to fruition. Do you expect some of that again from this summit this year?
I hope so, and we certainly challenge.
Be it good or bad, based on how you looked at it.
Exactly, we challenge our speakers to do that, and we've got some incredible industry speakers who do that, and it's funny. A lot of the panelists, we like to structure the panel so that we know there are going to be some diverging views on the panel, which is very, very healthy, and our delegates love it because we want people to challenge each other. We'll have one opinion here, we'll have an opposite opinion next to him or her, and they debate it.
The perfect storm, yielding good fruit.
And neither may be right or neither may be wrong. Yes. But it's providing their insight for people to think about what is going to be happening.
Mr. Duggan, I'd like you to take this opportunity and let us know the sponsors that continuously make this event happen and whether or not there are sponsorship opportunities still available.
Sure. I mean, we'll always have sponsorship opportunities. Obviously, the later we get towards the conference, the less in terms of branding we're going to be able to provide. But obviously, DART is the main sponsor of the event. We also have KPMG, who are our main partner. We have the residences at Seafire, who are also a supporter and sponsor. Kimpton Hotel itself, again, it is the host hotel. and assist us significantly from a sponsorship standpoint. We have RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, both the local office and the Toronto office who are on board again as a fairly significant sponsor. We have the law firm Conyers, Dillon Pearman that are back on board. Cayman Islands government are supporting again. Aon Insurance Group are on board as a sponsor. And I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. I didn't have my notes with me, but all our sponsors, obviously, they'll all get great recognition at the event, but certainly would like to take this opportunity to thank them all. It's not only are they sponsors, but they're partners in the event, helping us to develop the agenda, and so we really do appreciate their support. In
a wrap-up, what would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning?
Again, it's just, there's something for everyone at CAIS. We're in our 6th year. We have some incredible speakers. We announced our keynote as Natalie Portman. We have David Blaine, who's going to be coming in, the magician and illusionist. He's going to come in and entertain Thursday evening. We're going to a big focus on females in the industry. We have the CEO of one of the largest hedge funds in the world, Bridgewater, Eileen Murray, will be speaking. So really, there is something for everyone: reinsurance, family office, banking, hedge funds. We've got something for everyone, and as a leading jurisdiction in the financial services space, it's great for the Cayman Islands to have this conference, and we'll continue to grow it, and we'll be back again next year.
Well, Mr. Duggan, we want to thank you for allowing us here on Radio Cayman's Business Buzz to put the spotlight and give us the opportunity to spread the word and promote this upcoming event that's scheduled to take place February 6th to 8th at Kimpton Seafire. We want to wish you all success.
Thank you very much, and thank you again for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. The Radio Cayman's Business Buzz is proudly produced by Ms. Susan Watson and sponsored by greenturtle.ky. Get your new phone at greenturtle.ky. No stress, no fuss at greenturtle.ky. And remember, there's a promo code FREE19 that gives you $5 off. Also brought to you and sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call today, 949-6211. Until Tuesday, have a safe and fabulous Thursday.
You are listening to Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.